I love you. Welcome back to the Couch Potatoes. I am the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
I am the Faceless Leon. This is a show about films and tomes.
Tavo.
It's called Green and Faceless on the Couch, and it's not about tomes. We never talk about books.
I'd love to, though.
But it is about TV and movies, and we're here returning to the Studio Ghibli. Is this the first actual official Studio Ghibli film?
Yes, it is. I'm glad you said that. I forgot my book. My book of notes.
It's a book of, so we are talking about tomes.
We are talking about tomes. We're talking about my notes on a movie about things based off a manga. Probably not. I don't think this one was.
I don't know that the credits said so.
No, yeah, it's just. I mean, it's still by Hayao Miyazaki or Miyazaki Hayao.
Yeah.
And so I guess it's not a manga though. He just wrote this straight up in his dome space for a movie specific, and I'm just gonna say up front, I like it more than the last one.
Really?
But I mean, they're both very fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I don't know. There's something about this one that I was able to like feel more involved, and I think it's just because it's innocent. Like, I mean, what was the first one called again?
Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind.
I couldn't remember her name. I was remembering. I remembered Wind Valley, and I was like, I know it's not Wind Valley. But no, like I do love Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind, but like she is. I mean, it's still kind of relatable, but she's very more stoic than you would expect a child to be. Whereas these two children at the heart of this film are so fucking innocent and just like...
They are kids.
Yeah. They're just trying to... I mean, one's basically just like on the run constantly. And then the other one is just trying to seek, retribution for a father. And it's just like, this is relatable. Like, I could relate to these kids because they're just fucking kids, you know? They're not expected to be... Because she was a princess.
Nausicaa, yes, was a leader of her people.
Yeah.
And, spoilers, Sheeta is also a princess, but it is later revealed that she is also a princess of a long-gone kingdom. A legendary kingdom called Lapita, which is in the sky.
Indeed. It is a castle in the sky.
A castle in the sky, that's the title.
That's what we're talking about today.
What is the
Castle in the
Japanese
Sky.
title? I like that to know that.
Tenku no Shiro Raputa.
Cool.
Forgive me for my horrible
It sounded nice. I'm sure, though, you're right.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So, I don't know if that translates as castle in the sky, but... No, I believe, is a preposition, and there's only...
Indeed, you are right. I know nothing about Japanese language.
I know nothing.
I love you listening to it, though. But,
let's talk about the plot of the movie.
Let's do it.
So, as we said... Sheeta is this princess, and she's been abducted by this government agent, Mark Hamill.
Indeed.
He plays Muska.
He's this ominous, like, creepy guy with, like, reflective glasses on. And he's, like, I really loved him. But, like, this is, like, there's something weird about Studio Ghibli films where you can hear the actors behind it. Yeah. But they never sound like what we expect them to sound like. I don't know why, but like in the last movie, like with Nausicaa, like Patrick Stewart, I didn't hear Patrick Stewart in that, and I didn't know until after the fact that it was him, and I was just like, oh wow, you know. And this one's the very same because Mark Hamill is a very iconic voice actor, right? Yeah, and you didn't know it was him.
I didn't know it was Mark.
There were moments. There were like 3 lines that he said where I was like, "There's the Joker." Like I heard the Joker in there. And then but it's so different than anything he's ever done.
Because the voice that he does, I mean, it's Mark Hamill's voice.
Right.
But what he chooses to do for Muska really fits the animation.
Oh, it really does. He is super intimidating and cold.
Yes, definitely.
I guess cool, not cold, but he's very cool.
Well, cold I think works, especially towards the end of the movie.
He's kind of like an Indiana Jones Nazi villain. He's very intimidating in that way. There is a psychoticness behind. You can see there's something lurking there, but he is so stoic and off-putting that you're just I can't break this wall of dickishness, pompous attitude.
I did, before we got too far in, want to mention that there is
a siren going by. It's very noisy at my house.
I did want to mention, before we got too far ahead, that there is, like Nausicaa, an early English version of this.
Yeah.
I don't know as much as I did about the one for Nausicaa, but Disney went and just wanted to redo all of them. So we've been watching the Disney produced version ones.
Yeah. Back in 2003.
Buena Vista.
Yeah. Yeah, the movie itself came out in 1986.
Yes.
And Disney didn't get the remake until 2003.
That's right.
We're so behind at the times.
And I don't know if the Old English one was as heavily edited as Nausicaa was. But Nausicaa was notoriously... So. Yeah, there's a lot of unknown voice actors, people who weren't credited.
Or maybe they just cut their character completely out of the movie.
That is possible. Because I mean, that's kind of a closing statement thing to say, but I'm of the opinion that there's some parts of this movie that I didn't care about.
Right.
They didn't feel necessary. It's not like they were bad.
But see, that's kind of also, from the opposite standpoint, my thought on Nausicaa, because there's a whole middle act of that Nausicaa of the Valley of the Wind where I'm just I don't remember what happened there.
They do get into situations that I forget how they got into the situations.
Yeah, it's just I know I watched it, I know I paid attention, but it's gone.
Yeah.
And there's a lot, to be fair, there's a lot of Castle in the Sky that's also gone. It doesn't stick in my head as well as other Studio Ghibli or animated films.
We had to read through the summary online for me to actually remember.
Yeah.
So I did struggle with remembering this.
And there was some sentences of the summary where even I was just I don't remember that. I don't know what's going on there.
Anyways, the ship that they are on.
Yeah. Airship.
The airship.
The Hindenburg.
Right. Is it a blimp?
I don't know. I thought it was. It might have been.
I think I'm looking. I think my mind is pulling up the image of the airship from Nausicaa.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I just know that they're on it, and then these really cool bikers who are flying in the sky. And that is...
They're pirates. They're air pirates.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Dola
and her crew, voiced by Cloris Leachman.
That's right.
Great voice work by Cloris Leachman here. Dola is the... You kind of would expect it from this is going to sound rude, but it's not. But from a witchy character. Yes. Her character does have witchy vibes, but as a pirate.
But I'm pretty sure Clarice does more later for these.
Yeah, I think so.
And it's very much... I don't know if Koto Hatsui, I don't know if they do many voices for Studio Ghibli later, but it fits for this old woman character that she plays in all of these.
Yeah.
And it seems like Studio Ghibli is kind of obsessed with that type of character because they're always put in this weird villain gray area.
Yeah. And that is Dola. At first, she is just a pirate. She is a villain. She's got a crew.
It's her sons.
Yeah, all of them are her kids, which I would assume are these ones down here. I don't know. I don't want to name them all because there's just too many of them. I just
do not remember, to be honest.
Yeah, and I don't want to get it wrong. So there's a lot of them though.
I did want to, before we get too far, did we mention the Japanese actor for Muska?
We did not, which is Minoru Tarada. Muska is the Mark Hamill character again. So
yes,
I didn't make the mistake this time. I watched straight up dub.
Right.
So I was able to focus better than I was also with Nausicaa, which could be part of it.
Right.
But when they're on this during this attack with the pirates and everything, they're coming after Sheeta.
Yes.
Who has a crystal. She's wearing a crystal around her neck.
And that's what Dola wants.
Sheeta is played by Anna Paquin, who for so long, ever since I watched this movie, I've been like, where do I fucking know that name from? Because I couldn't place it. It's Rogue from X-Men. That's what I know her for. Many other things, but that was
but that's the thing that we've probably talked about her
exactly
for. And in the Japanese, it's Kiko Yokozawa.
Oh, I love Japanese names. That's so cool. But yeah, Sheeta is just, as we mentioned already, she's like this princess of the Lost Kingdom kind of thing. Somehow in the whole kerfuffle, she falls out of the fucking airship.
Yeah. Well, she's climbing on the side of it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to get into everything.
Yeah, but I think it's like it does, though, speak to Sheeta's character, though.
Yeah.
Because she's being pursued, and she went outside the window of this airship to hide.
Right. And she didn't...
It's brave.
It's brave, especially because she doesn't know when she falls. The crystal glows, the crystal that's around her neck, and it slows her descent. She didn't know it was going to fucking do that.
She had no idea.
But she falls all the way down into the arms of Patsu, voiced by Dawson from Dawson's Creek, James Vanderbeek. I'm so sorry, James Vanderbeek. You've done so many other things, but everybody only knows you as Dawson.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
And because I'm dyslexic, whenever I hear your name, I just imagine that you have a beak.
Vanderbeek.
Yeah.
James of the Beak.
James of the Beak. Yeah.
He's got a decent nose, not a beak.
No.
It's kind of beakish.
No.
He's got that little...
Leave him alone.
He's got that hook down like a hawk's a beak, Sorry, James. In the Japanese, it's Mayumi Tanaka.
Uh-huh.
Another fucking fabulous name. I actually feel like I know Mayumi Tanaka. Not like personally, of course.
Oh.
But like...
They're your best friend.
Yeah, actually, they're my aunt.
Oh, wow.
That's it. Monkey D. Luffy in One Piece. I knew it.
Oh, my God.
I knew I had heard the name, and it was because my friend Professor Ronvald the Scald has almost certainly talked about them a lot.
Oh, that's funny.
So yeah, immediately know that Patsu is fucking well voiced in the Japanese version, and James Vanderbeek does a great job here. And Patsu, he catches this slowly descending woman.
Yes.
He's completely blown away because she's glowing and falling from the sky, but going very slowly. And he's just like, this is like heaven. This is like, it's
What's
a complete miracle.
On? Am I dreaming?
He's blown away.
But he's just at work in the mines.
Yeah. I've been wishing for that day my whole life. Just someone, my significant other just to float down from the heavens. And I'm like, oh, it's you.
It's finally you.
I understand now. Well, I mean, that's another thing, too, is this movie, they're kids, so there's no romantic angle between them. They're just helping each other. And I really like that, too, because I feel like, other movies would have tried to have, like, some kind of weird...
Right, just even with Nausicaa as an example.
Yeah.
Like I said before, I haven't read the manga, so I can't say how well developed their relationship is in that. But it doesn't seem... like an integral part of the story, so I just feel like it doesn't need to be there.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this one though, it's just two kids
helping each other out, and
she finds out.
think like some of the adults in Patsu's life, like his boss.
Oh yeah. Because he's an orphan kid.
Yeah,
right?
I think he's orphaned. I'm not sure. Well, at the very least, his dad has passed. His dad believed in Laputa, and it was like an aeronaut, and took a picture of it. Like he found it by accident. Took a picture
like
of
the old-fashioned camera with like the what are they called?
The big shutters.
Yeah. Where you have to like use charcoal and it's magnesium. That's what it is. I was trying to think of the chemicals.
I don't remember all of them.
No, I don't either.
He's got it on one of those like nice frames that have like little different pictures with it that were popular around the turn of the century. And you know what? That's another thing. Like, this world is very much more like our world.
Oh, yeah.
Than in Nausicaa. Nausicaa is supposed to be our world in the far future, but this is like our world adjacent.
Yeah. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, obviously, if somebody's talking about a floating castle in the sky, you're like, you're a little fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But this guy's got a photo that he, it doesn't really prove
and people keep on like saying it's fabricated. Yeah, exactly. And stuff like that. And Patsu is determined to prove that he exists.
Yeah, to help his father's legacy.
Yes.
And he wants to go see it. And then Sheeta has a connection to as she tells him.
And you find that out after the pirates and military start coming after them again.
Yeah.
But she has a secret name that has Lapita in it.
Yes.
Which means that she is of the royal line.
Right. And because of that, she's helping him seek it. Yes. Because she's got to get away from all these military people and protect the crystal, but at the same time get to Lapita and everything. Eventually, we'll say through the whole story and everything, she kind of reluctantly sides with the pirates. At first, it's reluctant.
Yeah, but it turns out that Dola's super nice.
Yeah, Dola's just lovely. Her kids are just goofballs.
Yeah. It's a pirate's life for me.
Yes. And her and Sheeta and Patsu both start to kind of enjoy life with the pirates as they're searching for Lapita. But again, the military's after them.
Yes.
And
they do get captured at one point.
They do, yeah.
And that does bring in the giant robot, which I think is important to talk. There's giant robots in this one that are from Lapita. And the crystal, like, it just haphazardly, Sheeta sicks the robot on the military people just completely by accident, and it's cute and innocent, and it does speak to that innocence that you were talking about earlier. And so the robot kills itself basically to defend Sheeta, and that's when she finds out that all these things she learned as a kid are actually spells and stuff. And
that's the important one, is that she has spells. There's magic and everything that they can do. This movie broke Twitter. I mean, it had Twitter's like set records because there was like, how much was it? Was 100,000 tweets per second?
It was crazy, whatever it was.
It was like 100,000 or like 400,000. It was ridiculous. 143,199 tweets per second.
Oh my God.
And that's when these kids are holding hands and they say the spell for destruction, Balus.
Yes.
And that's when Twitter got crazy.
Right.
I guess.
And we're not going to say what that does, because that's the very end of the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of
It's a great fucking moment, though.
Yeah.
Like, I love that moment. Again, the music is by Joe Hisaishi. Phenomenal.
I didn't care for it as much as in Nausicaa.
I was so enthralled by this, because this movie is kind of like not really the birth of steampunk, but like it like inspired a lot of steampunk stories after this. And like, it's very, like, in regards to steampunk, it's very low key.
It sure is.
But there, you can tell how like people would like take that and be like, I can make this something so much, they're like, because this movie's got, as we said, robots, flying fucking castles in the sky.
But it still feels like
airships,
1890 to 1910.
Exactly, and but it's just, and the music I felt fit that era. That like the stuff that's going on screen. I feel like that's what Joe Hisaishi does. Is he matches what's happening on screen so well.
Very well. I will agree with that. What is happening is very well matched, but it was still a little. I don't know. There was some times where the Pirates theme I thought was a little goofy.
Kind of, but they're a little goofy.
But they are a little goofy, and that's fair. And I think that was really the big.
Oh, but when they find Laputa, when they because Laputa's in like a hurricane of clouds kind of thing, right. And when they go into the hurricane, like the music was so good for that whole scene.
See, I was probably too drawn in at that point.
Yeah,
because when it comes to those big moments, these movies you can't beat them really.
Yeah, the animation is so phenomenal. Yeah. Like it looks so beautiful. Everything is like working so well. Honestly, I think I'm kind of ready for it.
Let's do it.
I don't know. I really love it. I'm trying to look over my notes real quick to make sure I didn't forget anything. The boy's finger strength is incredible. There's so many. That kid has to climb so much.
Yeah,
and like he's just holding on by his fingers.
He has been working in a mine since like who knows how long.
And I love it too because like he is like, what is it called? Joe Fix It kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
he's very skilled.
Yeah, he gets to a computer. He's like, I got this. You know, he's just like they need him to fix the engine. Oh, I got this. He fixes everything.
Yeah, Patsu's fun.
Patsu's a great character. I love him. I love James Van Der Beek's voice for him. He was another one that like I knew it was him going into it, but throughout the whole movie, I'm just like, man, I can kind of hear James Van Der Beek, but it's a much higher pitch.
Sure, yeah, like, he's playing a kid.
Yeah, he's playing a kid. Like, and like I don't think they did anything to it. I think that's just his voice. I'm not saying they pitch shifted him or anything. But it was so hard to see James Van Der Beek in the studio room, like in the studio, making those voices because it was like it's so well done.
Well, I haven't watched Dawson, and so
we'll have to watch Dawson.
Okay,
that's fun. That's a hilarious soap opera. My parents love that fucking show. But no, I love the voice acting. Mark Hamill is phenomenal as the villain. He's very intimidating, very menacing,
but also intriguing.
Very intriguing, and I like this one. I liked it a lot. Like. The other one, I think I struggled to really get into it. And I feel like, as I mentioned, like the innocence of these kids and like the impossibility of what they have to do.
Right.
And the fact that they're just like, no, we can do it. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll do this.
We're just kids.
Yeah.
Like they don't understand like the weight of what they're doing, which is crazy fun. And then also like, most movies at the end when you're doing this kind of film where you have these innocent kids, they usually teach the adults just like you did you've done something wrong, and the adults are like have this like aha moment like, oh, I've been the bad guy, I can be the good guy here. That doesn't fucking happen in this movie. This movie is
only because Muska's not given the chance. Spoilers.
Well, I mean, kind of but like they do their best to try to make the bad guys but like they're Nazis basically, it's just like there is no good coming from it. And like I really like that. I like that the kids kind of failed at changing the adults, so they took exactly you see it though. But that's what I liked about this movie. Like I really loved it. I do. I'll give it. I think I give it 3.5. Is what? No, I gave it 4 stars when I wrote it. Now I'll give it 3.5 now. Sorry, like
you're not about to go watch it right this.
No, exactly. That's the thing. Is like even though I do think I would definitely. I mean, I feel like that with any Studio Ghibli. Right. We'll find out.
We'll see.
There's many I haven't seen, so there's still a possibility that I'll watch one and be like, "Whoa, Jesus."
This next one's a heart wrencher, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh-oh.
But we'll see. So. Yeah, my closing statement. I do like this movie. It is good. I don't care for it as much as Nausicaa because I don't feel like the message is as poignant.
That's fair.
As it is. And that's why I love that movie so much. But, not every single movie has to have a super high message to be a good story. There's a very good story here, I think. But it is also, while things in it are completely original, the story's not completely original, I would say. But there's good stuff. I give it a full face. Very watchable movie. We'll recommend it. We'll probably watch it again in my life.
Right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, this was fun.
Yeah, we did it.
What is the next Studio Ghibli film? Let's look it up.
Let's look it up.
A boop. My Neighbor Totoro.
Oh, okay, that one's not the
what are you thinking?
Yeah, Grave of Fireflies. That one's gonna hurt us. But
it sounds like it's gonna hurt us.
But it's good.
That one's Isao Takahata.
Well,
I'll look up
movie.
ways to pronounce that correctly next time. I'm so sorry. But
I don't know.
Next time we'll be back with My Neighbor Totoro.
Yes, we will. Well, back to this playlist. We will have another episode out to you guys this week.
Maybe.
We'll see if they're good enough.
If we remember to record it.
All right. I think that's been the show.
That has been I Am the Green Traveler from Gorsh.
And I am the Faceless Leon, the stretchiest experiment on Earth. Safe travels and good night. Green and Faceless on the Couch is a proud production of FictionWorks 19. Are you a fan of the show? Feel free to contact us at greenandfacelessfans@gmail.com or visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/greenandfaceless. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, or rate us on Apple Podcasts. Thank you so much for listening.